Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob Restituto. I'm a musician from Northport, New York, and today we're doing, for the first time actually first time hearing it in general, after a whole bunch of requests, after doing Hamilton and starting in the Heights. Now a bunch of people actually requested Six the musical. So I only know that the very slim basic synopsis of it, like just kind of what it's about. But I have never heard any of it. I have no idea what genre it is, so it's gonna be like a flat out first listen. I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, if you do, if you hit that subscribe button, it'd mean a lot to me. If you want to check out my Patreon, get access to early content, and get even further breakdowns on the music breakdowns that I'm talking about. So let's see what we got. If you want to check out my music, that'd mean a lot to me. This is Ex-Wives, the first track on Six the musical. See, there's 9 tracks. It would have been interesting if they did 6 tracks. That would have been kind of clever. But here we go. Let's see what we got. Pretty cinematic start.
Divorced. Beheaded.
That escalated quickly.
Died.
Yo, this is sick, man. Actually, the production on this is crazy. Very cinematic. Like, so what I'm saying, it has the very like full sound to it. Like, and even the bass and stuff has this like nice crackle to it. It's pretty cool.
Died.
Yeah, like every time that bass hits, it almost has this like bit crusher kind of sound.
Divorced. Beheaded.
It's pretty
Survived.
wild. Sounds like Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails could have produced this. He obviously does 9 Inch Nails, but he also does a lot of production. Like he did like The Social Network and stuff like that. So.
And tonight, we are...
Wow.
Listen up, let me tell you a story. A story that you think you've heard before. We know you know our
Serious, like pop synth score. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
names and our fame and our faces.
Know all about the glories and the disgraces.
I'm done, cause all this time I've been just one word in a stupid rhyme. So I picked up a pen and a microphone. History's about to get overthrown.
See, what's cool about this is the fact of like I always like how musicals pan the vocals. I think that is a very cool just aspect of musicals. You can hear each vocalist and what they're talking about, and it's very distinct. That rather than them all being right in the center and like you kind of wondering who's speaking or singing. Really cool instrumentation. Almost like I would say like an 80s style synth, where it's like it almost has this fake synth sound. All synths are, I guess, technically fake. It has this very distinct like fakes, like almost like a Juno kind of synthesizer kind of sound, or Prophet, which are both synthesizers. Also, a really interesting use of the hi-hat. It's very sparse hi-hat, but it's on the upbeat, so it's one and done, but it's like pretty sparse in there.
Divorced, beheaded, died.
Divorced.
Beheaded, survived. But just
See, like it almost has this like fake horn, fake synth kind of sound to it, like this very like not in like a cheap way, but in like that was a very big style for a while.
for you tonight. We're divorced, beheaded, live.
Nice.
Come to the show, to the history mix, switching up the flow.
I feel like I'm listening to like Martin Garrix or like what's the guy's name, Calvin Harris kind of track.
As we add the prefix, everybody knows that we used to be 6 wives.
That's interesting. It almost sounded like a key change right there.
Switching up the flow as we add the prefix, everybody knows that we used to be 6 wives.
Yeah, like it almost like went to a major chord right there.
Raising up the roof till we hit the ceiling. Get ready
Yeah, that arpeggio coming in, that's cool.
for the truth that will be revealing.
Bass 808 drop. Man, there's some sick elements in this. This is pretty wild, actually. Totally not what I expected.
Raising up the roof till we hit the ceiling. Get ready for the truth that will be revealing.
Again with that bass drop.
Everybody knows that we used to be 6 wives, but now we're ex-wives.
I really like when artists do that. It's like I guess it's a snare roll, but it's also like you could do it with bass and stuff, and they did it with the bass here. It's like this. It gets faster, faster, faster until it gets like almost like a machine gun bass, like this. Machine gun. See, that's interesting. It almost sounds like it's like a different scale, like it's moving out of the key. That note right there is out of the key.
All you ever hear and read about is our ex and the way it ended. But a pair
Nice.
doesn't beat a royal flush.
You're gonna find out how we got unfriended.
Interesting. I guess this is pretty I mean, it says this was released in 2018, so I guess there's some pretty like modern references in here.
Tonight we're gonna do
Nice echo on the vocals.
Cause we're taking you to court. And every true to rose has its thorns. And you're gonna hear him live in consort.
Divorced, beheaded, died,
Divorced.
beheaded, survived.
But just for you tonight, we're divorced, beheaded.
Dude, that was sick. The vocal chop right there. So what they did is they processed the vocals into like a sample, one big sample, and they chopped it up with some sort of tremolo or cutting, like what's it word? I guess like a chop sound. Like they cut it up with a really cool rhythm.
Tonight, we're divorced.
That's pretty cool. You can hear the riser coming and saying, "Hey, we're gonna transition right here." That's crazy.
Show to the history mix, switching up the flow as we add the prefix. Everybody knows that we used to be 6'1".
Oh, that's pretty clever. As we add the prefix, meaning the X, to the wives. That's pretty interesting.
Dancing to the beat till the break of day. Once we're done, we'll start again like it's the Renaissance. Everybody knows that we used to be 6'1". But now we're
Ex-wives.
Wow, cool riff.
Catherine of Aragon was married 24 years.
Wow, you hear the stereo. So if you watch any of my other musical reactions, I talk about how the guitars in those musicals have been mono guitars, which always surprised me. Here you can hear that the stereo acoustic, as you get the one on the left ear, one on the right ear.
My name's Catherine of
Listen.
Aragon, was married 24 years.
Stereo
I'm
acoustics.
a paragon of royalty. My loyalty
Nice.
is to the Vatican, so if you try to dump me, you won't try that again.
I'm that Berlin girl and I'm up next. See, I broke England from the church. Yeah, I'm that sexy. Why did I lose my head? Well, my sleeves may be green, but my lipstick's red. Jane Seymour, the only one he truly loved.
Rude.
When my son was newly born, I died, but I'm not what I seem, or am I? Stick around and you'll suddenly see more.
Dude, the bass is pretty sick. The rhythm between the bass, the bass line and the kick, is pretty cool.
Ich bin Anna of Cleves. When he saw my portrait, he was like, yeah. But I didn't look as good as I did in my pic. Funny how we all discussed that, but never Henry's little
Prick out your ears, I'm the Catherine who lost her head. Beheaded for my promiscuity outside of wed. Lock up your husbands.
Dude, it's olden times were wild times. Like the fact that you were like beheaded for some things is just crazy.
Lock up your sons, Kay Howard is here, and the fun's begin.
Survive. 5 down, I'm the final wife. I saw him to the end of his life.
I'm the survivor, Catherine Parr.
That's cool. It almost sounded like I'm a survivor, but almost like it's like borrowed that melody for a second.
I saw him to the end of his life.
I'm the survivor,
That's cool.
Catherine Parr. I bet you wanna know how I got this far. I
Nice.
said, I bet you wanna know how we got this far.
Do you wanna know how we got this far? Welcome to the show, to the history.
So So you hear the arpeggio. What an arpeggio is usually with a synthesizer, but you can arpeggiate anything. Arpeggio is when you break up a chord. So if you play like a C chord, you go C, E, G instead of playing it all together at once. But an arpeggiator with a synthesizer is when you repeat these like single notes on a. I guess they could be more than single notes, but it's a repetition of notes, and usually a repeated set of notes over and over and over again throughout a section. I find that key change very, very interesting.
Get your hands up, get this party buzzing. You want a queen bee? Well, there's half a dozen. Everybody knows that we used to be 6 to 1.
Definitely sounds like a. I honestly I could hear this in like a European club. This sounds like European club music for sure. That honestly that chromatic note is bothering me. I guess it's the modulation. I guess is the proper way to say it. Your ear wants to hear something else, but it keeps going to something different. That's cool. A tremolo back and forth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The cinematic elements are pretty wild, actually. It was pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, you can leave a comment. You can text me 2 different numbers if you have any requests, or if you want a guaranteed request, you can check out the Patreon, where there's also a whole bunch of other stuff, including stuff where you can learn a little bit more about what I'm talking about here with the music production terms, like tremolo or compression or reverb, all those different aspects. If you want to check out my music, it means a lot to me. It's Jacob Restituto, wherever you listen. This was pretty cool. Definitely completely not what I expected. Very, very, very different. Was not expecting the EDM style music, so definitely gonna be interested in checking out the rest of them, and I hope you guys will stick around. If you want to check out the rest of my videos, that mean a lot, and hit the subscribe button. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.